I just watched Alpha and Omega. Antichrist is the father. Throwing a bunch of scripture on a screen over top of your book that you're trying to sell. Um, and I understand you're trying to sell your book. Probably put a lot of work into it. Um, it's an entertaining story, but a story it is, and that is it. Um, you display blasphemy very well by trying to overlay the King James Bible with the Trinity symbol and your made up 666 symbol. Um, the Trinity symbol is an ancient Celtic symbol, um, probably started by Druids, somebody along those lines. It was adopted by the people, and when they adopted Christianity, because they realized that it could symbolize the Trinity and 666 or and 666, excuse me. One as far as that Trinity symbol, if you take away 1/3 of the lines on the symbol, is when you get your 666 symbol. Um, probably done by somebody else like you. A couple hundred years ago, maybe, or I don't know, maybe you made it up. I don't know. Never saw it before. Uh, it has no basis in any kind of history or fact, as far as I can tell. I searched for it, never seen it. Um, Not until recently, anyway. Um, the scripture you put up is portions of the Revelation story. Um, the beast that rises out of the sea with the seven heads and the 10 horns. That is the Antichrist. Um, the second beast is the beast. If you read the entire book of Revelation carefully, it's a hard book to understand. So I won't hold that against you. But if you read it carefully, it describes how the beast basically. There's a lot of symbology used in the book, so you can't take words literally. Um, kind of like in. I don't want to give Nostradamus any kind of promotion here, but he, they were living in the same kind of times. If Nostradamus were to write his prophecies in black and white, he'd be killed. Same thing as Paul whenever he wrote Revelation. Um, so things were kind of coded, and through Christ you can understand it. Um, so if you openly read, if you read the book with an open mind, you might actually get a better understanding, and hopefully God will speak to you. Um, uh, I'm trying not to attack you. I want this to be constructive and not just a bashing, which most religious discussions turn into. Uh, I'm trying to remember all the scripture you put up and what you think it meant, and how you think the Antichrist is the hero. Um, the Lamb on Mount Zion is Christ, and when he sets his foot on Mount Zion, a big crack opens in the earth. Um, that is when the beast is cast into the pit of fire, also known as hell, Hades. Um, you know, throughout generations, you know, it's just because it's 2,000 years old doesn't mean that it's wrong. 2,000 years ago, they planted fig trees the same way we do today. So don't let that fool you. 2,000 years is a blink of an eye in real time. So, and I don't subscribe to the 6,000 year history of Earth, just so you know. Um, I do believe that, God's time and our time is completely different. So, you know, Christianity is kind of clung to the 6,000 year, period, and, I can understand why they have, but it's easier to explain. Um, in detail, I could go into explanations of that, which I will probably do so on my next video. I plan on posting a video also of my own, not just a response, indirect, contradiction of you and what you're putting out there, the information, not you, the information you're putting out there. So, just anybody else listening to this man is clearly trying to sell a book. If you want to buy the book, from what I can see, it's probably a pretty enjoyable story. But just remember that it's a story, even if somehow it's listed in the nonfiction section.